from a black-owned brand. You don't need to buy from them Ching Chongs. And I'm like, first of all, you can't say that. That's racist as fuck. And she's
she funny as fuck.
No!
You can't buy from
Don't fucking tell her that.
Mom. No, I would never tell her, but in my head.
When I say something about need my brows or toes and feet done, I say I'm going to go see Ling Ling, so...
Which is also funky. Okay, so here's my thing, like, racism against Asians isn't not racism. And that's what I was trying to tell my mom. I was like, Mom, you can't say that because not all Asian people, first of all, come from the same country.
Yeah.
Like, they may look similar.
You can't tell every Asian you want something
but there are literally so many countries they could have came from. And I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I know people, Chinese people or whoever owns the beauty supply stores, they be like following niggas around and shit. Okay, cool. But like, that's the equivalent of them calling us the N-word. And she's like, no, that's not true. That's not true. Bitch, Chink and Ching Chong are the equivalent of the N-word.
Chink and Ching Chong is the equivalent of wetback. Wetback is a derogatory term.
As nigga, I was about to say, I don't know about nigga.
Because nigger is a bit harsher.
It is.
No, I will say Chinese. If you're referring to a Chinese person,
if
you refer to a Chinese person as chink, that's a derogatory term. A Mexican is wetback, derogatory term. Nigger, derogatory term. It just sounds harsher because we black and it's a hard ass That shit, that just kind of hurts a little bit when you hear it. It's like,
you may have to go with that.
So highlighting racism. Quick question, y'all, because I be trying to say this and I know it comes out so wrong, but like, I can support a black woman with a white man, but for some reason a white woman with a black man, I don't care for it.
Okay, see, I don't have an issue with it. I don't care. Like, everybody has preferences. I prefer not to date a man that's shorter than me. I'm also 5'3", so it's very hard.
how the fuck you gonna find a nigga who's 5 foot tall? Hey baby, let me climb your tree.
Period.
What?
So, you see what I'm saying? However, you're not gonna down black women just to go date a white bitch because she gonna accept the shit that a black woman will
Look like upside down landslide.
Why do every woman say that? Every woman up there that had a problem with a black man dating a white woman is because
it's not that I have a problem. I'm saying don't downplay black women. Or, cause I like this one dude in high school. Mind you, this nigga is darker than me now. Okay, I am a good milk chocolate. That nigga was a fucking dark chocolate Hershey's.
Black boy looking like a kid from Carlton.
Okay, and that nigga gonna sit here and tell me, you're cute and all, but I'm gonna date white girls because I just can't deal with the attitude.
But yeah, you'll deal with. Now here's the thing. Now here's what I will say. Niggas will say, guys, black men will say, I don't want to deal with a black woman's attitude, but they'll deal with it from a Latina because it's deemed sexy, it's exotic.
Yep.
But she has the same attitude as a black woman. The only difference is that she has the sexy accent. Oh, papi, you a fucking this, that, and the third. But yet, to her cousin, her mama, and her daddy, and her sister, her cousins, all them shit, they calling you nigga behind your back.
Exactly.
A nigger behind your back. They don't like you. They tolerate you because you're dating their daughter. And I say that as somebody who's literally, my dad is half Dominican. I've seen that side of the
My father is
them
from
niggas
Cuba.
get kind of racist.
Exactly.
If you like test them, their first default is to
the
go to
fucking
call you a nigger.
My whole dad side of the family, like when they found out he got my mom pregnant, my dad came straight from Cuba and didn't get citizenship until I was 6. So when they found out he got a black woman pregnant, that they basically was like, nigga, you're dead to us. They didn't have anything to do with me until I was like 13, 14 years old. Like, I still don't talk to any of the family that I do have in Cuba, and I'm literally about to go over there.
My thing is like thinking, what are you gaining from being with a white woman? Not only that, but I don't feel like they have the best intentions with our black men. If you think, like, just considering all the cases, like people being falsely incarcerated for rape and all kinds of other shit by white women. Yeah. They don't have the best intentions out for black men.
I keep funky. I just said this shit about
not only that, at the end of the day, you
I
have
just
to,
fucking said this shit.
This isn't even like, oh no, oh I'm being defensive shit or oh I'm a black woman type shit, but just being realistic. Whenever you see a white woman go down with a black man, what's the first thing that she do? She turn to her parents. You think her parents looking out for her boyfriend? Hell no.
Fuck.
You think a Hispanic, if you look at different ethnic groups, who sticks together? Indians stick with Indians. People from Asia stick with people from Asia. And I mean, whether it's Koreans, Vietnamese, Japanese, whatever. Hispanics stick with Hispanics. They look out for
Why
each other.
is it
guys-
that
Black people try to look out for everybody and get fucked over in turn.
And the guys
And
y'all
they-
described is the ones that's liking these Latino women, and because it's different.
I
It's
mean,
not what
in-
they're used to.
But your mom.
I'm
Yeah.
addressing the family of the Latino woman, not necessarily
Yeah.
the guy. I think y'all addressing.
Now I was going off of when she was talking about like why black guys go after white women and stuff like that.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck with your preference.
I feel like you're
if
supposed
you
to
like
go-
white women, I'm not for you.
It's your preference, but no, we got a cultural. To me, we got a responsibility to date in your culture. To me, that's what every other race does. It's just America is a place where you mix
It's a
and
multi-
everybody mixes, but it's the mindset too. It's like those guys that like that different and that even though she doesn't relate to me, I'm gonna deal with that lesser attitude. All them people, it's just your mindset, and it's an age thing too to me, because once you grow up, it's like you know what's up, and it's like a white woman can't relate to no black man when it comes down to it. When it comes down
If you
to
look,
it.
not trying to be
You
funny,
can't possibly
bring-
share.
My ex, like my most serious ex was biracial, so his mom was white. And when I went home with him and I was talking, I think it was like his cousin or something, and she's like, me and her are the same complexion, so we was talking about like how it is being a dark skinned girl. This fucking bitch, and I'm not trying to be funny, but his mom is a fat white lady, typical white woman that usually like lags around on black dick. Not trying to be funny, but she's one of those white women. And this is a big ass like white lady. She bigger than Kilo. Like I'm not fucking kidding. And that's telling you something. I'm not fucking joking. Like that bitch was big as fuck. Straight potato sack.
I
Okay.
ain't gonna say though, a lot of men probably run to black women when they describe that. I mean, run away from black women when they describe that attitude. I want y'all to think about something. Like I said in one of my other things. How many sane, mindful people do you, on both ends, men and women, do you know out here? Like that ain't ratchet. That ain't.
Okay, but what
On
do you
both
consider
ends, on
ratchet?
both ends.
Because I feel like
You know what I'm
niggas
saying?
be putting that ratchet shit on females.
When I say
without-
ratchet, I mean come on, like every
Try
day
to
you
voice
acting
that
like.
shrill. It kind of makes you do the.
Every day you acting like Nicki Minaj, Crime Mob, Diamond from Crime Mob. Every day you're acting like that. Every day. Not just when you turn. And then niggas, you acting like who? Future every day? I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. Like you acting like you gotta shoot a gun every day. You gotta. So both ends. It's like. To me, it's a lot of people out here. It's just you gonna run to other people because it's like what the fuck. Everybody you running into in your experience. Especially if you're from like a hood, poverty-stricken area, everybody probably around you ain't on nothing. Or, how can I get better? On both ends, girls run to white dudes, how can I be better? All the niggas around me doing this. Versus guys, they'd be like, how can I get better? Oh, this white girl probably got this car. This white girl probably got good credit. This white girl probably...
Exactly.
Okay,
And I feel like that has part
why
of
can't
demographic.
you-
Can I?
Why
Can I
can't
say
you
something?
help your
I
wife build your black wife?
But I will say this,
Right.
I don't think, I feel like you're giving men and women too much credit. Nobody's going into relationships with these white women thinking about her credit score.
Yeah.
That's not,
That's
no
not-
nigga
that-
walking up to no white bitch,
Depends
hey
on
baby,
that,
your
baby.
credit score look like you about 850,
yeah.
900, let me holler at, like, that's not, that might be something that comes up later, that might be something that comes
That's a
up
later
as they get
conversation.
mature. But initially, we're talking about that initial, the superficial shit. It's, this white girl's gonna be easier. And even as a white woman, that could be frustrating for a white
I
woman
think it's
who's not
because she's
that
doing
type.
better. I don't know because she's easier. When you say
But
easier,
what makes
that
you
makes
think
me...
she's doing better?
That's an assumption. I'm not saying, it's an
But
assumption
that
that...
but
you
you're-
put white with the equivalent of being successful.
That's what
Or
most people
that's
do.
the mindset
That's
that's put into them.
To me, that's
But-
most people's mindset.
But that's not the thing. She can be a very successful black woman. Just because I come from a urban neighborhood, a poverty-stricken neighborhood, whatever the fuck you want to call it, does not mean that I don't have plans and aspirations to be successful. I'm in my final year of college now, and I have plans to go to law school or get my master's. So I'm not just sitting on my ass not doing shit. So it's irritating to me, being especially dark-skinned, when niggas come up to me and be like, oh, you're cute for a dark-skinned female, or you're pretty but I don't date dark-skinned. You know how many times I got told that, like, in high school, I used to like a nigga.
I didn't
mindset.
even realize that was, honestly, I'll be real with you. It made, like, and I've always said this, I've always been, and I'm going to clarify what I mean when I say this word. My vision of what I see color as has always been skin. because for me, I thought I was brown. For the longest time, me and her, I'm thinking we're like, I'm a transitional shade. That's how I'm seeing it. So for me, I think black skin is beautiful. I love dark skin.
Red, brown.
I'm not even trying to joke with you. Deadass, in our family, we didn't, even though we were in Brooklyn, we weren't in that light skin, dark skin. Our thing is, look, we all black. So it's like, when people
And
tell me that they
that's
actually
my thing.
experienced that,
Demographics.
to me, I'm like, that's still a thing. Like, how is that a thing that people would
Southern
know?
shit.
It's definitely.
It's some southern
I've
shit.
definitely been called a
I'm
monkey.
from
I've
Southwest
definitely
See,
been
that's some
called-
shit I would never. I deadass did not think that that's some shit that's still happening to brown and dark skinned women. Cause I'm like, to me, I don't see it like that. You know, it's just like it don't make sense to me. I'm like, that's fucking ignorant as shit.
From Georgia and Virginia down and like everything south down all the way since like the
Especially in
60s
Virginia.
has been super like racial. Like probably people from any higher didn't see the type shit down here that them people
Word.
have.
But I'm gonna tell y'all.
Like the racism was way worse.
I thought it was literally
Way-
on the highlight demographics. Like I said, I'm from
Yes.
Southwest Virginia, predominantly white area. Those little white girls, like the cheerleaders and, you know, their parents had the fancy cars, the money's going all out for homecomings and stuff like that. Like, the Virginia Tech football players were messing with these high school ass girls, getting them caught the fuck up and all this stuff. And we're automatically being associated or insinuated to be loud and ghetto based off of whatever experience they have. But it's like, but this girl just got exposed for sending nudes and doing all kinds of crazy
And
shit.
that's my thing, because I went to a private white college my freshman year, and it was in Lynchburg. That shit was tiny as fuck.
At Bridgewater?
No, I went to Lynchburg College. It's the University of Lynchburg now. Cause
Was it the all girls one?
No.
That's
that
what
was
I was thinking.
co-ed.
What's the one that's all girls?
That's Bridgewater, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
But I didn't go there because mine was co-ed, because my dorms were co-ed.
Oh.
But my thing was with them, like, I'm one of, first of all, 10 black girls on campus. And I'm a dark-skinned black girl at that. And then one of my friends that I'm still cool with, she transferred to A&T. Her name's Tamika. She was darker than me, and she played basketball. And she wasn't even, she's a tomboy, but she's straight. So it's like, we would go out to parties and stuff, and those white guys would literally prey on us. I've had a guy put something in my drink, lace my blunt, and those are 2 times that I've blacked out walking home.
Where was this from?
And that's
Where you from?
That's white.
I mean, where was this?
I was in
Lynchburg.
Virginia, in Lynchburg.
And I was like, that's
Oh,
an hour.
Lynchburg.
And that's an hour and a half from where I'm from.
Yeah, I know.
See, demographics plays a big part in a lot
And,
of
like,
people's experience.